Hey everybody, back with a new episode of The X-Files. New era.
Here we are.
I can't believe it's already almost like 10 years ago. I mean, it's 8 years ago, but it just feels like this came out 2016.
Oh, okay.
It just seems so...
I thought you meant since we've been watching. I was
like,
wait a minute, what?
Not that long, not that far off. But, this is new-ish. Definitely new to us and new to them because they were away from it for a long while. And the movie was what it was.
It was a movie.
I think most of y'all kind of were where we were.
Oh, I was like, we're wary.
Is that it wasn't that good. Apparently there was some behind the scenes bullshit where they couldn't really get into the mythology, and Chris Carter had some issues with the up and ups. So,
But we will take what we can get. So.
Yeah, the fact that Scully and Mulder last we saw were rowing away to
cruising around
to a remote island. And Mulder, I guess,
he was
not wanted anymore.
I just realized that she was just lounging.
She was!
and he was just
Well, yes. But they had a little scuffle or a conflict about what...
we were like, what if this is what breaks him up?
I mean, it did temporarily.
It did, yeah.
But are they together? I'm worried. I'm worried.
If they're not by the end of this season, I'm going to be in a state.
Yeah. But it's not like the X-Files got back together, so...
Right.
Where are we at? What are we doing?
At this point, it's not even the X-Files, it's just Mulder and Scully.
Well, some could say that is the show.
Oh, what about Doggett
and Monica? Yeah, they were not in the movie.
They were not in the movie. But they couldn't do Mythark stuff, so maybe it had something to do with also Fox.
Yeah.
Did you say Fox?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. And that's 20th Century Fox. Yeah. Are they going to get Mythark heavy?
Is there a difference between Fox, the TV show, the channel, and 20th Century Fox?
No, I mean, I think it's a subsidiary that falls under the 20th Century Fox umbrella,
okay.
The
so
TV division.
Fox is the over
that now belongs to Disney. Yes.
Yeah. Well, what doesn't?
Yeah, it's true. So the name of this first episode is called My Struggle, which may seem like an omen. But I do feel heartened by you guys being look, there are a lot of it that we like. There's a lot of it that we don't like. We pick and choose what we'll take away from this.
Here's what I'm fully expecting.
What?
That I'm going to be so confused. More than anything else, I feel I'm going to be what is happening?
That's not the case. I'm hoping that they've really streamlined their idea.
That is my 100%. I'm almost positive.
Usually when a show condenses, it gets tighter in its story.
Okay.
I just wonder how thought out the season is as a whole. Is it all arced out? I mean, I said, great. I would love 6 Monsters of the Weeks.
That would also be great.
But how are they operating? There's no X-Files last we saw, unless they're going to do a lot of this. Oh yeah, we've been back for a while.
Right.
I'm just curious about so much of what this is going to be.
Just some exposition dumping for you.
Well, that's completely reasonable coming back this long after.
I feel like I only notice exposition dumping when it's done really poorly or really, really well. I'm like, they really slid that in there.
They did that. Well, I don't really know if I have expectations. I'm just scared about where they're at. Are they together? What's up? Are they going to get back into the aliens? What's the situation?
They literally have to.
They literally have to. But is it going to be how they
It's got to be new.
Put the Civil War aside and then focus in on the super soldier stuff. Mm-hmm. Are they going to do a new iteration? Or are they going to go back to stuff we've done before?
I'm guessing new iteration, but
yeah, me too.
Who knows?
Do you think we think Mulder, yes. Scully, yes. Skinner, yes.
Skinner, yes.
Kirsch. Doggett, Monica.
Yeah. Those are all great big question marks.
Marita, even.
Marita.
I don't know. Everybody that showed up at the trial is on the table.
Yeah. Oh, Gibson.
Gibson. Spender. Like, I hope they do, give me fan service, I'll say. I'm not ashamed of wanting a little bit of fan service. I mean, don't be ridiculous about it, but make me nostalgic.
Sure, yeah.
Make me nostalgic.
Make me nostalgic for a few weeks ago.
I'm trying to be in the frame of mind of years have passed, and I don't know, I just want to see them together. I'm so excited. So let's stop talking. But my struggle, that sounds like, do you think it's gonna be Mulder's or Scully's?
It's all of ours.
Because it's not our struggle.
My struggle.
I can see that being like Mulder's book title.
Definitely thinking Mulder's.
Yeah, it just seems like something he'd say. She did tell him to go write a book. Maybe he did. I don't know, but are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
I've got little butterflies.
I'm.
You're more pessimistic
we're
about this.
Having like our normal kind of reaction to the unknown.
This is very us.
I'm like, ooh.
I'm like, well, think of the
I would
possibility.
prefer to go in like with the expectation of disappointment and then being pleasantly surprised, rather than being all excited and then like.
So you'd rather be yourself because that's where you're at. But I don't have high expectations.
You're just excited.
I'm just excited about seeing them and like what they're doing.
What are you guys doing?
So yeah, let's get into it.
The FBI closed the X-Files, and our investigation.
Don't burn them! Stop it! Those better be
My
copies.
personal obsession did not. There are 10,000 sightings each year in North America alone, and so it's been since the dawn of times. But now people only laugh, and only Roswell is remembered.
Whoa!
Are they really a hoax?
No, you've proven that they're not in the show. Let's see. Oh my god, it's like exactly the same. We're doing a flashback.
Oh, what year was it?
Joe McHale, 47.
Who is it? He says his name is Walter Skinner, Assistant Director, FBI.
My life's become a punchline. What's happening out there, Scully?
Takes a
Eddie
piss.
Skinner's looking for you.
Is he
Why
wearing a
doesn't he
wig?
just call me?
I'm just the messenger, Mulder. Apparently this guy is desperate to meet.
Well, stop.
Tell Skinner to set it up.
Seriously.
Where is he?
And don't pretend I'm going alone.
Of course not.
It's good for you to get out of that little house every once in a while.
That you-
Certainly was good for you.
I'm always happy to see you.
They're not together, Emily.
Like yourself, I'm a true believer.
No, I only want to believe. Actual proof has been strangely hard to come by.
You ran
Really
the X-Files.
hasn't.
You were
You
the
have
X-Files.
proof.
You all but wrote the book.
I'm afraid that book is closed.
As are the X-Files.
What I need is your expertise.
Our expertise for what?
I'm rattling some pretty big cages in the intelligence community, but I'm prepared to go all in.
Welcome to my home.
Sven is who suggested I call you.
And how would you know to do that?
You probably don't recognize me.
No, I think I remember.
You interviewed me and my family when I was just a little girl. Right after my first abduction. They do everything to here, even with the DNA.
Tell them about your DNA, Sven.
I have alien DNA. For sure. Have you had a doctor confirm that?
Sure.
No.
Oh, Lord. Oh, my Lord.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Kill it.
I know you're doubtful about this. What makes you say that, Sveta? Kind of a mind reader. He's been depressed. It's what killed your relationship.
Oh no!
And you have a child together.
Well, yes.
Oh, that's enough. You don't know what it's like to be abducted. To be taken against your will, you don't know.
You're not that good of a mind reader.
Maybe you do.
Okay. He's like sending it to her.
I want to prepare you for what you're about to see, Mr.
Oh
Mulder.
my god.
Saturday
This
Cage?
is
For
amateur
what?
hour?
He does.
Do you know what an ARV is?
That's what you brought me here to see?
Cloaking technology.
Oh wait, is it not just cloaked?
Gravity warp drive, but how?
Element 115. Ununpenti.
Where did you get it?
Where are you going with that thing?
I'm a man of medicine, sir.
It's dead. It's done now.
Testing yourself for alien DNA? It's a genetic deformity.
Possibly, but not conclusively. It's most common in Navajo Indians.
What's so striking is how alien it looks.
I assure you that is simply a random coincidence, Mr. O'Malley.
Do you miss it at all? The X-Files?
As a scientist, it was probably some of the most intense and challenging work I've ever done. I've never felt so alive.
You mean working with Mulder?
Possibly one of the most intense and challenging relationships I may ever have.
Well,
And
yeah.
quite honestly, the most impossible.
Yeah.
Who took your babies?
Man,
Men? Humans? You saw their faces?
So were they like still doing what they were doing? Just go.
Right? Didn't you see a doctor?
who can I trust?
Please no.
They would call me a liar when they're the
You
liars.
can trust me.
You can.
But no one else.
The government.
Not even me.
Technically, but not for years.
But you always wondered if they weren't lying to you too.
Well, he knows for sure they were.
Really?
We have to drink for it. It's still like that. It's not on the ground still?
It's the basement.
And it's
Where
gonna.
are they?
Skinner!
Files. I don't know where they are. A decade of my life in this office.
You would have said to me.
Stop!
Time I was
What
being
the?
led by my nose through a dark alley to a dead end, exactly as they planned.
You're blaming me for that?
No, I'm blaming myself.
Get off the poster.
Now you got my number.
At Our Lady of Sorrows Hospital in Washington, D.C., Dr. Dana Scully, working to mend the lives of unfortunate children.
Dr. Scully? I need these samples retested. Is there a problem with them?
Dr. Scully, we need you in here.
60 years ago, we were warned about the military-industrial complex gathering too much power.
This is old news.
The countdown has begun. It began in 2012, but no one knew.
Tell me something new.
Alien technology being used against
it
us.
in.
Not by
Barely.
aliens, not with aliens, but by a venal conspiracy of men against humanity.
Wasting my time.
What are the tests for?
Man of medicine. I didn't know how my work would be used.
Oh, he's that guy.
Roswell. That was a smokescreen.
So I've been told.
What are you talking
The
about?
truth is out there, Scully, and Tad O'Malley's gonna broadcast it.
Mulder, listen to me. As your friend and as a physician, you are on dangerous ground here.
He has to do this.
It's either spark up and self-destruct or do nothing. Or like
Be depressed.
Exactly. Like let him cook.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
What are they trying to do?
That's the missing piece.
But it's not hard to imagine a government hiding, hoarding alien technology for 70 years.
The takeover of America.
By a well-oiled
By
and
America.
well-armed multinational group of elites that will cull, kill, and
Billionaires.
The
subjugate.
oligarchy, yes.
Happening as we
Oh, is
sit.
that not what you're going for?
It's happening all around us.
Where's the resistance? They need
You
to come
can't
help
say
us.
these things.
I'm going to say them tomorrow.
There are no aliens.
It's fear-mongering, claptrap isolationist techno-paranoia so bogus and dangerous and stupid that it borders on treason.
Treason.
Saying these things would be incredibly irresponsible,
It's irresponsible not to say it.
Especially if it's the truth.
your test came back negative.
What do you mean negative?
She has no evidence of alien DNA.
But your blood, Scully.
Mulder does.
Right. Why didn't you test his blood? Nobody remembers.
anything.
Dad O'Malley tried to put words in my mouth. He paid me to create stories about alien abductions. He's saying lies and stories for his TV show so people will watch. I'm so sorry if I misled anyone.
I got to her.
That was quick.
Stop! You can't use
And aliens. They're not stealing it, they're floating it, they're exploding it. They exploded it.
Don't give up. That was the whole thesis
Something
of
called
the
the Venus
movie.
Little heart at the
syndrome.
bottom.
It's a runaway global warming scenario that leads us to the brink of the sixth extinction.
We need to protect her no matter what.
Why? You said her test came back negative.
I ran them again.
Are you saying she has alien DNA?
I'm saying she's not the only one. I'm saying someone has to stop these sons of bitches.
So confused.
So while they were impregnating her, they spliced her DNA and added some alien to go along with it.
Why not? We already got it.
Uh-oh. About to lose time, girl. But aliens, maybe aliens, like actual aliens.
Please
Or-
don't quit, Mom.
Alien technology.
Don't! No! I don't know if they believe. Oh!
So, okay, this is what I'm confused about. She said she ran her first time, and there was nobody.
I think that's not true. She just wanted to redo it. Oh no, Sveta!
Yes.
Don't.
See.
Don't! Emily! How?
No problem.
His face exploded.
He put it back together! Get out of my face. Bring back Krychek, why not?
Why not?
Anybody that's
Bring
dead.
back the Lone Gunman.
Bring
too.
back the Lone
Damn
Gunman.
it.
How?
I don't know. Clone, maybe?
No, they would have made him look like that.
That's true.
They
clone-
put his face back on after it melted
Oh, I
off.
didn't even notice. I thought it was just old.
No,
Let me look.
it's like flapped.
I thought he.
Look at it.
Oh, okay. So we got the like father, like son.
But it looks exactly like him.
Huh?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say
We saw his skull.
we saw his fucking skull.
You can't just
They're so ridiculous.
put skin
Sure.
back on like face off style.
Why not?
I'm fine with
Oh,
it.
maybe they used a clone and put his skin back on himself
Okay.
in a face-off situation.
Yeah. But with your own face.
But you would think you'd just be like, no, put me in that body so I don't have to, you know.
Right. Yeah. He likes it though, I think. They're multiple
The drama.
times every time he has a doctor's visit, they're like, you can take that out. You don't need it anymore. Absolutely not. That's my smoke hole.
Well, you know what?
We definitely saw his face melt off, but I'm fine with
Whatever.
him being here,
Bring it
sure.
back. Sure. I would say that I like how this feels like the X-Files
It does.
and the way that the movie really kind of didn't.
Yeah. for
So
sure.
I am thrilled by that.
Yeah.
I'll say off the bat. You can't group all conspiracy theories together because some are obviously not real and it makes your whole argument look ridiculous. Like the 9/11 stuff, like a lot of shit they were hitting on. It's true. But then you throw in some batshit stuff in there and then you look silly. You know, make it a little bit more streamlined, make it a little bit more believable, make it a little bit more easy to accept. Even though a lot of what they were touching on is...
But I think that's also part of the point is like, because of these wide variety, you're never going to be accepted for what you're trying to show.
Pick a lane.
They're not. They're saying there's like these are the two lanes. There's like not believing anything or believing everything. Basically, it kind of seems.
But if you're Tad O'Malley, you're saying all of it.
That's what I'm saying.
But he's also supposed to be he's right.
Yeah, that's what But
Don't
he also
do
seems
that.
like a dick.
Sure, but he's not right. But he's right. Don't make him right. Oh God, because of the type of people IRL that do this shit are awful.
It's a very complicated situation, I feel like.
I just think you're like, I know they try to like ground it in like history.
We already know that they've done
and-
like the vaccine thing. Like, it's not.
But like, I have the same problem with The Boys. They make it too similar to IRL, real life, that it makes it hard to take.
I mean, 2016, it's only gotten worse since then. So they were really kind of like fingers on the pulse.
Well, yeah, but I don't put it on a different pulse so it can be
Like what,
a
the crotch pulse?
metaphor. No, it's just too like integrated into what we really deal with. So anytime you kind of like,
I feel like this is going to stretch you out the whole season.
It is.
It's going to be a big, big, big thing.
I mean, it's why I'm like, the last couple seasons of The Boys have really bothered me.
I
They've steered into like,
I had to stop watching. Not
Yeah.
because it's just like, it's just.
but it
Not
didn't
for the
start
same
out
reasons,
that
I don't
way.
think,
You
but
can critique
It just
like
stresses me
what
out.
we are actually dealing with without like naming it directly. That makes like, I don't know. It bothers me.
Like, keep it fictional.
Keep it fictional so you can draw the parallels, but you're not actually having to say, well, I can't go along with this because it's attached to this bullshit.
Right.
Like,
I got you.
I need delineation. I can't be going along with these conspiracies that also include batshit shit that people are actually batshit about in real life.
I got you.
Okay. Mulder and Scully.
You're like, I can't suspend my disbelief for the show because it's also my reality.
Yes.
Yeah, I got you.
Make-
Or like agree.
remove
with
it a couple-
yeah, I got you.
Scully and Mulder are not together. And I'm not
surprised.
But I'm
Like,
also not-
I really kind of expected that.
I'm also not 100% mad about it because, I mean, it's
It
right
makes
there.
sense.
It's right there for them to like
Right.
reestablish.
Yeah.
It's not like they.
And also, like, their reasons for it does make sense. Like,
Is it sad though that she left because he's depressed?
yeah, well, yeah, that's I'm gonna judge a little, but it's hard not to too. Like,
Yeah,
it's
like
a
he
complicated
can't
situation.
pull
But
her
also,
down.
if she's always like he's depressed because he's trying to do what she wants him to do, which is not look into, and then. It's
But he wasn't not doing it for her.
But maybe he feels like he needs to because like he gets obsessive and then spirals and then she's like, you can't do this.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of a fundamental like,
Yeah, it's a paradox a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do?
don't be together. Just sometimes. Just sometimes when life brings you together.
I think, I mean,
Obviously, I don't want that, but
she's worried about him, which she needs to be. He gets himself into some
like,
situations.
what's worse, like him?
It's worse that he's just all like sitting and being depressed
Yeah,
about
that's
his
gotta be much worse than
inaction.
him getting all
Which
riled
is-
up and excited.
But you know, look, as much as she said and warned, she's
Oh
back
my
there
god,
too.
they're in such a cycle though. Like,
Yeah.
he gets depressed and he's depressed because he feels like he can't go off and be on his shenanigans. And then she's like upset because he's depressed, or she's like, okay, I'll leave so that you can do that, but then he doesn't want to do that because he's depressed because now she's gone. And then they come back together because they have some sort of crazy bullshit, and she's like, no, you can't do this, but then she's also attracted to him again
Yeah.
because he's crazy again. And so they get back together.
No, don't stop.
She's like, you can't do this. You can't do this.
You can't do
I
this.
don't like it when you like this.
But she's
She's
right back
into
in
it.
But she's also right back into it. But they also gave her a reason because it's personal. Because she is Feta. She is these women that have been had this done to them. God, Feta looks so familiar.
So I mean, they said she would have been like a pretty small kid because
Yeah.
they said she was like in her 20s.
But she's not familiar to me from the show. I know her from something else.
Oh, okay.
But I don't hate this. I thought it was a pretty
Yeah.
good reintroduction back into the world.
I think I have like things like that bothered me. Just
speak
little
it.
things
Speak
like
it.
no, just like the did you watch the show things. Like we know.
Yeah.
And like I feel like I don't know, maybe they're trying to get people who didn't necessarily watch the show to watch
The
or, like,
Americans and
catch
from the
them up.
Americans.
You know, anybody who didn't watch the show who's watching the reboot.
Yeah.
But it's just frustrating. It's just like
Yeah, Mulder seems
I want you
so,
to remember, you know.
he
the
seems
things-
so back into something he kind of already understood about things, that the government was.
like he doesn't spend all his time thinking about this.
Yeah.
I don't believe for a second that he was just fully out.
Do you? Well, I think they even imply as much. But it seems like it's a revelation that the actual evil here are the men.
He knew that.
He knew that.
That's what I'm
Is
saying.
he-
It's like that bothers me. It's like
But do you think he's like retroactively saying everything they've dealt with since has just been
how
government?
could that be possible?
It's not. The Civil War was for sure happening.
And then like the syndicate, where did they go?
They all got blown up.
Oh, by the government. By
No,
who?
About the aliens.
Right. So like what? Who blew them up in this scenario?
Yeah.
That it was all.
I guess another group of bad men, potentially.
they were the big guys. They were the
They were the head of the fact that they were like, yeah, they're going to take over America. They're the government.
What more do you want? The world, I get that, but like
So, like, is the super soldier thing that, like, last we saw was infiltrated the government? Is that
Shelly, there are no super soldiers.
What do you mean? The Charles Whitmore with the and Noel Rohr.
I mean, in this season. Oh, okay. I thought you were bringing them up like this.
No,
like what? How super soldiers like integrate into this season?
No.
Shelly, stop.
No.
You mean like how are the super like? What are we supposed to believe? I mean, there is alien DNA, so they have the alien DNA from whatever Roswell is covering up. I guess the smokescreen that Roswell is for. Which what does that even mean?
I don't know. That it was an outlier and everything since then has been used off of what happened then.
No, they were like Roswell was the cover.
Yeah, a smokescreen. Like what?
For
is that?
what though?
For what?
For another alien landing?
I don't know.
I told you I was going to be confused. I knew I was.
I don't think we're confused. I think we're just like, they are just picking and choosing what they want to use from prior events.
Right.
It just, character motivation's kind of all over the place. Because Mulder is...
He wants the truth.
Well, that is...
Not that much, Tim.
That is a Nexus event. Like, that's a universal truth. That is what he's motivated by. It just seems that he seems so reinvigorated by this shocking new information that doesn't seem that shocking to me
At all.
at all.
No, we're like, the whole show, we were like, okay, wait, is this aliens or the government? Because sometimes it's one, sometimes it's the other. Sometimes it's both. A lot often it's just the government using alien technology.
Yeah.
That's a
But he knew
100%
that.
our new information.
But he knew
He did know
that.
that.
I think
He did know that.
I think he just is questioning whether he ever experienced aliens
Yeah.
outside of government and using it.
Maybe Scully's worried about him because of that. She's like, you know there's aliens.
Yeah. But is it?
You're like in this cycle of like,
Yeah.
no, there's not. Yes, there's not.
But remember when he got abducted? Like, that was...
I do remember that.
How could you forget?
Maybe it was the government. Pretty messed up of them. Yeah, he was fully abducted, and like multiple people were. That wasn't the government, as far as we know. It could have been the government with the technology, like the
Who killed
the replica technology.
Yeah.
The replica technology, if it's as good as the original technology, is
Yeah.
it really a replica? I guess because it was made by people and not aliens.
Yeah. But if that one ship blew up, did they have more? Because is that who killed Sveta?
Also, like, they would be using that technology for military purposes.
Oh, 100%.
So I guess it's implied that they are.
Yeah.
Or no, they don't want to. They don't want to replicate the energy technology because
Free energy? I don't think that's a thing.
I don't know anything about like physics.
I
You're
mean,
the physics
maybe
bitch.
like dark energy, but like free energy? I don't know.
They probably made something up for this.
I mean, they might be.
Maybe it's not free energy. Maybe it's actually energy from other dimensions that we're like pulling over.
That's what people assume dark energy is. Just call
Look
it.
at me, I'm a physicist.
Just to call it.
I'm a
Dark,
theoretical physicist.
call
over
it
here.
dark energy then.
It's semantics.
Well, we're back in it, guys. I had a good time, even though some things were stressing me out. Some things are like, why are they doing it this way?
I really just did not expect Joel McHale
Joel McHale,
full on like, part of the season.
I wonder if he was like a big X-File head.
How many seasons are in this? How many episodes? Are
Only
in this?
6 in this one.
Okay. Okay, well, no surprise. Really not that many surprises. Less than you'd think.
Do you think?
The biggest surprise is really just that they forgot that the government was... like,
Oh no, it's like Game of Thrones. It's like, Khaleesi just forgot about it. Do you think they're going to operate outside of the government the entire time, even like when dealing with Skinner?
Like, oh, wait.
Because
I think Skinner's like they're going to be their end man.
yeah, for sure. But
But
like,
yeah, it doesn't seem like they're going to be... No, not if the government's like, you know.
but that was always the thing, and they kept him close to
Right.
keep a handle
Yeah.
on him.
Yeah, but he seems like he's like straggled behind and it's just been like a
Okay, but
basic
how would
thing.
are they going to do no Monster of the
He
Week?
seems like he had no. They're not going to do any Monster of the
Don't
Weeks with
say
6
that!
episodes.
Emily, really?
6 episodes. They're not going to do any Monster of the Weeks. It's
I
not
don't
gonna
believe
happen.
that they're going to stick on course for that. They've never done it. I just will never believe it.
How are they going to do a Monster of the Week? They're not in the X-Files.
Like the movie? They weren't in the X-Files?
The movie wasn't even a Monster of the Week.
I know. We're
The
into
movie was just
semantics again.
people.
Oh man. You know what?
Yeah. It was fun.
I think my biggest concern was like it's not gonna feel like it did. And it does. In a new way. Clearly it can't be exactly
still got
the
it.
same. They still got
They
it.
still got it.
They still got it. I love the juxtaposition.
They got the charisma, the uniqueness.
the nerve and the talent.
They do.
But in the limo, when like Mulder looks like so scraggly and like
Yeah, but did you
Scully's so
see
put together.
his man spreadedness? It was very quintessentially them.
Oh yeah.
Was that what you were saying?
Yeah, but then like you see her in her like work environment, she's got blood all over her. And then you see him and his like alien shit, and he's fucking
Doctors do
focused.
get blood on them, but like it just seems like they wash it off pretty fast.
They just want to show she's
like
hard
there
at
was
work.
this doctor that I always like. He would always wear boots in the OR, and he would always get blood all over his boots.
He doesn't
Should I
want to
not
put
say
the little
that?
things on it.
No things on it, and they just
Weird.
drip blood all over his boots. And I'm like,
My struggle.
I forgot that's what it was called. Yeah, I think it was Mulder's struggle.
Do you think this season, by the end of this season, they'll be back together? They're already professionally back together.
I don't know that they'll be back together, but I think that they'll be like
hookups.
I'm gonna go.
You
with hookups.
think?
I'm gonna go with hookups.
Do you think there is any cause? Because she saw Joe McHale again, and she didn't be like, "You fucking sold me out on the."
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Why would she not?
Because I think they're going to have him be a foil romantically.
This HIPAA violation of the most extreme.
I know that poor kid.
Like he named her name. This is the doctor who gave me this information. Like that is
Okay,
not.
so what about this kid thing? Like these kids are going without ear. Like they're half alien, half human. Like are those the kids that are being taken? Like from Sveta?
That's a good point. I hadn't thought of that. I was too.
But that
busy,
kid was pretty old.
I was too busy focused. I'm honed in on in my mind on the HIPAA situation, like you were honed in on. They've already been together.
Well,
like the HIPAA thing is bothering me.
We
really
can only
bad.
be ourselves.
I'm assuming like maybe it was already public knowledge. Like
No,
they
it was a HIPAA violation, 100%.
They like maybe they wrote a paper on him. You know, like had to publish
Showing
articles.
his face.
Yeah, and saying the doc like yeah.
No, it was an ongoing
Like, that's not okay.
case.
Like
No way.
yeah,
No way.
Yeah.
But they've always been fast and loose about
I know,
medical
but come on.
shit.
Also, she would have been pissed just that he said her name, and she didn't conduct. Like that's the information that he was putting out there is not what she said at all.
How long do you think it's going to take Mulder to realize that Joe McHale's trying to
Bang this woman?
Yep.
I think he probably already knows. He's not.
Oh, I don't think he does.
I think he probably already knows.
He better.
I think he picks things up, you know?
You think? Sometimes you,
Yeah.
you don't think Mulder's oblivious about some shit like that?
Not sexual tension.
Well, his and Scully's.
No, he knows what's up.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Because I'm just saying, they're a little buddy-buddy right now.
They are.
And I think that won't stand if he, like, really sees him as a threat in that way. Okay, well.
I'm excited to see it.
Me too. Yeah. Give me a little jealous Mulder. I'm pleasantly surprised. There are some things to, like, ruffle your feathers, but it's kind of whatever. I can deal.
Yeah.
Good episode.
Especially if this is the worst of it. Like,
Well, don't say that. Don't say that.
see.
This is not whatever happened here. I don't think is why everyone's like.
yeah.
There's not enough to be mad about in
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
They're gonna. I don't know. I'm just worried they're gonna kill somebody, like Skinner.
They're not gonna go
That would piss you off enough to be like, "Fuck these seasons."
Why are you like this?
I just need you to.
Why do we? I was prepared, and now I'm like, oh, I'm pleasantly surprised. And you're like, but they're probably gonna kill Skinner.
I'm
off.
trying to like temper my feelings.
This is like the exact opposite of earlier, before the episode started.
I am a Gemini. I have extremes. Yeah. I'm curious to what y'all think about this particular
Yeah.
episode.
No spoilers.
Did when you watched it for the first time, were you like, okay, we're back, we're back?
Yeah. Oh.
We're
Ooh, that's
back.
even worse though. Like, get your hopes up. Like, oh, okay, maybe they do got this, and then it's like, oh god. But I don't know. There's a little bit that's frustrating. Like the not, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
I know. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. We'll be back soon.